Hey guys, my name is Nick and welcome back to the channel. And you may notice a slight change of angle going on here, and that should improve a little bit of lighting and so on in this room. So I just recently had a birthday and my lovely wife bought me a brand new lighting ring, and hopefully that's going to eliminate some of the shadows and weird inconsistent lighting that's going on my future videos. So hopefully that's going to improve a little bit of quality, and I always like to try and improve each and every video just to try and make sure that, you know, I'm doing the best content that I possibly can for you guys that are going to watch this content. So this video then is all about the start collecting box sets. Which is the best value, what's going to get you the best saving, and we're just going to break down each and every single box set and compare the recommended retail price from Games Workshop for each individual item in that box set against the value of the box set that you can get from your friendly local gaming store that offers a sensible discount. So most of those discounts go up to about 25%, and that's what I'm going to be comparing this to, so that you can see where you're going to get your best bang for your buck. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. At the bottom of the pile then is Games Workshop's poster boys, the Space Marines, containing a Terminator Captain, a Venerable Dreadnought and a 10-man tactical squad. Individually that will cost you £68, and that's a saving of 44.8% if you buy from a third party. Not the best. Moving on up, just slightly better, is the Astra Militarum. This contains a Commissar, a single heavy weapons team. You can only buy those in 3, so I've divided the value of that by 3 to get the individual price. 10 Cadian Shock Troopers and a Lehman Russ, and you're going to save yourself 46%. And that's by no means bad, right? You are saving quite a good substantial amount here. But moving on to Chaos Space Marines. So that's 2 lots of Space Marines right in the bottom here. Terminator Lord, 10 Chaos Marines and a Hellbrute comes in at £71.50. And that's a saving of 47.5% when you buy the Start Collecting set from your third-party retailer. Equal to that is the Slaanesh Demons, coming with an Exalted Seeker Chariot, 5 Seekers and 10 Demonettes in that box set. Comes in at £71.50 individually, and you're going to be making a saving of 47.5% buying elsewhere. So again, not terrible. I mean, these aren't bad prices, right? Khorne Demons is next then. You get a Herald in here on a sort of a throne chariot thing, 10 Blood Letters and 3 Blood Crushers. Now again, Blood Crushers come in units of 6 from the individual packaging. I've just halved that price, gives you a recommended retail individually of £73 and a saving of 48.3%. We then move into the Drakari. These come with a Succubus, 10 Witches, a Venom and 3 Reavers. Added together, £74.50, saving of just shy of 50% here at 49.6%. Not too bad at all, really. So let's move in to the next one then. Space Wolves, we're back on the Marines again. This comes with a Wolflord. Now this Wolflord is unique to this set, so it's difficult to gauge a price. I've based it on Crom, who is the only other Wolflord available individually. You get 10-man Space Wolf pack and 3 Thunderwolves. All added together, £74.50 again, a saving of just shy of 50%. Then move into the Tyranids. These come with a Broodlord, 8 Gene Stealers and a Trigon. Individually comes to £79, and this time we are now moving into saving more than 50%. We are now into 52.5% saving for the Tyranids, so yeah, over half price discount here, pretty good. Next up is the Tzeentch Demons. You get a Burning Chariot, 3 Flamers, 3 Screamers and 10 Pink Horrors in this set. Comes in at £80 if you buy it all individually, and a saving of 53.1% if you put it all together. Now there is some added value in here with these Chariot kits, because you can use those as dual kits for a Herald and a Exalted Flamer on Chariot. Orcs are up next, slightly more value here. A Pain Boy, 5 Knobs, 11 Boys and a Death Dread. Individually, £80, saving of 53.1% when you buy a Start Collecting from your FLGS. Slightly better then is the Blood Angels, only fractionally better. You get a Terminator Captain, 10 Blood Angel Tactical Marines and a Baal Predator. That all comes in at £81, and that gives you a 53.7% saving. Again, all is good here. Well, all is always going to be good, right? It's discount, so discount is always good. Next up for best value then is Necrons, and you get an Overlord, 12 Warriors, and they come with the Scarab bases as well. 5 Immortals, or can be made into Death Marks, and an Annihilation Barge. And that Annihilation Barge is a little bit of double value again, because you can make that into the Command Barge, and you get that extra Lord on foot. Militarum Tempestus, you get a Commissar, 10 Scions and a Taurox. Individually £83.50 and a saving of 55.1% if you buy that box set elsewhere. Now before we move into the top 5, we have Nurgle Demons, and here we get a Herald, 3 Plague Drones, 10 Plague Bearers and 3 Nurgling bases, £83.50 all added separately. That's a nice saving of 55.1%. But we're now going to move into the top 5 countdown. So who do we think it's going to be? In 5th place then for percentage discount is the Tau. And here again you get a unique ethereal. You can't buy this character separately. So I'm just taking an ethereal price that you can buy on Games Workshop's website. You get 10 Fire Warriors and 3 Crisis Suits. On top of that, I have a spelling mistake in there. It's Crisis Suits. But £85, and that's a 55.8% saving. Slightly up on that is the Skitarii. We get a Dominus Tech Priest, 10 Rangers or Vanguard, and an Onager Dunecrawler. Individually, 85.5 of your good pounds, and a 56.1% saving. These are getting really quite tasty. Then we move into the Craft World, Eldar, Craft Worlds, however you want to call them, Aldari. And here we get a Farseer, 5 Wraithguard, the Wraith Lord, and a Warwalker. Now, it's Wraithguard really what make this a great value set, because they are £30 alone. And all added together, £88.50 and a 57.6% saving. Now, I've put a little spin in here because this technically isn't a start collecting set, but it offers tremendous value. And that is the Imperial Knights Renegade set. Here you get 2 Knights with a Warden upgrade frame and a Galvanic Magnavent terrain kit. All in all, £225 separately, but you can get this for just £90, and that's a 60% saving. But our magic winner here on the screen is the Deathwatch. Now with this kit we're getting Captain Artemis, we're getting 2 5-man Deathwatch squads and a Venerable Dreadnought. Individually £95 and a total saving of 60.5% when you buy the start collecting set at £37.50. That is just phenomenal. And to be honest, even at Games Workshop prices of £50, that's nearly 50% saving. It's just shy of 50%. And Deathwatch is one of the most recent start collecting sets, and it seems to me that a lot of the later sets seem to be having the most value. Really surprised me to see Space Marines so far down this list. Now, one of the things that does make Deathwatch that little bit extra value here is you get the Deathwatch upgrade sprue that's thrown in here as well. And individually they're £8 alone, so adding all of these 4 elements and that sprue gives you that £95 value, and that gives you that tremendous discount. Now, one of the things that people do mention when they're talking about start collecting sets is not just the financial saving. Financial saving is always good, right? Everyone's looking for a really good deal. But one of the important things is, do you actually need the units that come in these sets in the first place? So is there any value in buying something if half of what's in there you don't need? Now there's a couple of solutions to this. Is if you're buying to collect, then it doesn't really matter. So if there's something in there like a Death Dread in the Orc set, do people really need Death Dreads? You know, that's up to you. That's going to be in your list composition, but as far as I'm aware, more boys is always better. So the Death Dread may be surplus to that requirement. And if that's the case, then the value of that box then diminishes. But so there's a couple of alternatives. One is you can spin the units that you don't want onto a trading site or eBay, for example, or a Facebook trading group, and get rid of those units that way. There is the gamble then that other people probably don't want them if you don't want them, so there's a little bit of wrangling to be had. Or you could split the set with a buddy who might want that particular unit that you don't. So you can get some. There's ways around this kind of thing. But if you're buying individually, that is the key thing to really look at. So you're going to go in there and go, you know what, I want to start an army that I can afford. And that's a big question that you often see in YouTube comments, on Facebook forums and so on, is I'm just starting, what's really cool, I'm on a budget. And a lot of people point these kind of new guys that are joining the hobby into these start collecting box sets. Games Workshop do the same. I believe their sales staff do the same as well. And then they try and upsell some other kits to bolt into it, because obviously these aren't going to be that many points really, and you're going to need some other units to start being able to play sort of sensible, maybe 1,000-point games to get yourself going. So based on the function or the contents of these box sets and the value, what do I think the top 3 start collecting box sets are going to be? Now I'm going to rule out the Imperial Knights here, because that's a larger investment, right? That's a potential £90 investment for 2 models and some terrain. And because it is basically double the price of everything else, you are getting nearly 800-900 points worth of kit in there with the 2 knights, depending which variants you build and which couple of upgrades that you can give them and so on. They are a lot more points than the rest of these armies. These other armies vary between about 300 and 500 points, or ballpark kind of figure. I've just sort of done some sort of maths in my head. I think the Space Marines are around about the sort of 400 point mark, and they vary either side of that. But what are the top 3 based on what are you going to get best value wise, and what's going to be used in pretty much most of your army builds, whether you're playing competitively or otherwise? In my opinion, these are the best 3. In no particular order, I would say that the Necrons is probably one of the best value sets in there. You're getting an Overlord, you're getting Warriors, you're getting Immortals, and you're getting Annihilation Barge. And those combinations are going to feature pretty heavily in most average person's list, in my opinion. Those barges are superb. Warriors are the backbone of a Necron army. You're always going to need a Lord of some kind, and in this kit you can basically get 2 Lords out of it as well. So you're going to get 2 HQs potentially, 2 troops choices, and a heavy support. That is nearly a battalion already. You just need to add one more one more troops choice to that, and you've already filled out a battalion. So that is definitely in my top 3. Second up in my top 3 is the Scutari. Now you're going to get a Dominus in here. You're going to get 10 Rangers / Vanguard and an Onager Dune Crawler. Now Dune Crawlers are tremendous in this current edition. I think they're great value, especially with that super powerful gun they carry. The Dominus is always good. He's going to be able to give some buffs, area buffs to certain units. And you've got 10 basic infantry that come in there, and those infantry are pretty good. And you're going to need those kind of things to sort of buff out your detachments. So definitely another one in my top 3 here. And finally, it was number 1 in value. I still think it is number 1 really in my top 3 of what you're going to use out of the kit as well, and that's the Death Watch. You are getting a character, you're getting Captain Artemis, you're getting 2 5-man squads and a Venerable Dreadnought. 2 5-man squads, you're going to be using 5-man squads probably in most Death Watch armies. A lot of people are throwing in the Primaris into there as well. So your core 5-man squads are pretty good. Dreadnoughts are tremendous in this edition, in my opinion, as well. Those flat damage on those power fists and everything else. Good resilience, and Venerable Dreadnoughts are pretty tasty. They hit and shoot quite nicely on a weapon skill and ballistic skill of 2+. So they are forming, in my opinion, the top 3, not only just in financial value, but in content value as well. So I'd like to know in the comments section below what you think is the best value. Do you think I've missed the mark here? What do you think? Are you looking for good cash savings and nothing else? Or do you think you really need to focus on the contents before you worry about that cash saving? How do you think my top 3 fares in value versus content? I'd love to hear from you in the comments section if you agree, disagree, or have an alternative. Let me know, and I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall catch you guys on the next video.